kids.
Not in kindergarten.
All right, we want successful kids. We want happy kids. How do we find that balance?
Rosie Rains worked her way up from working class beginnings to build a multi-million-dollar real estate investment and refinancing business, Capital Financial Advisors. Dr. Roger Schenk is Professor Emeritus at Northwestern University and the founder of GrandparentGames.com.
At 16 years old, you were being driven. You were that hyper overachieving kid, and you think in this new world of maybe the SOBs make it, that's okay.
I think it's okay. I've never met a professional or anyone successful that wasn't a little bit of an SOB. I think you have to be both. And I think oftentimes people confuse that SOB with someone just having big kahunas and getting out there and being able to go for something that they're...
Do you truly believe that someone should be a jerk to get ahead?
I don't think that they should be a jerk. I think you have to have that component in you to get ahead.
I want to stay on the kids.
It's driven by fear, and I think that one of the things that we're talking about here that's a little bit different is, as parents, should we be pounding this into our kids? And I think that's absolutely the wrong thing to be doing.
Dr. Schenk, let me ask you the question. In the real world, do we need to be driving little Johnny early on?
Well, let me say that I certainly agree that all CEOs are SOBs. They just hide it well. But that's not the issue with respect to children. Children actually live in a world where they're not all going to become CEOs. What we're really concerned about here is with children is that children are being stressed out of their mind about nonsense. So we're pushing them to do well on SATs or well in algebra or well in English literature, which none of these things actually matter in life. You guys keep bringing up sports.
No, they do matter, but don't they matter?
I agree.
They don't matter. If they matter, they go into your grade point average, which defines where you go to college, which matters. So it does matter.
Interesting is, Eric, go ahead, sir.
Competition is an amazing thing. I think competition is what makes America America. It's why we're the best in the medical fields. It's why we're the best in aerospace. It's why we were the first to land on the moon. I mean, that makes America America. It's driving kids at a younger age to learn math and be good at sports. And
no, I'm sorry.
Rosie, how are you driven? Tell me your story as far as growth, because you're wildly successful now.
Well, basically, I came from a family that our goals, the achievement in my family was basically keeping a roof over our heads and putting food on the table. And achievement was something that we had to instill in ourselves as children. I did. So my drive came from, I always want to have a roof over my head. I always want to have food on the table. And it's very fear-driven for me. I'm deathly afraid of being poor, and I always have been. So, you know, achievement is something, it's fulfillment of goals. And whatever your goals are is you want to have a roof over your head.
He doesn't want you having any goals, though.
You know, Dr. Schenk, what do we do with these overburdened kids today? Because it's great to say they are, but on the other hand, if I'm raising my kid in New York City and they're going to be going to certain kind of schools and they've got to get certain grades, otherwise they're not going to get into the door of certain places, how do you get off that merry-go-round?
We have to stop obsessing on the wrong things. The essence of life is not whether or not you went to Yale. The essence of life is exactly what the last person just said, working hard to things that really matter to you. And school is always telling you stuff that doesn't matter to you at all, like algebra. Yeah.